on, Arthur. You'll be late.
I'm coming. Oh, postman's early. I'll get them.
Will you give Edward a shout?
Come along, Edward. You make him all late for school. Well, Averill's coming back today, as we thought. Says the harvest camp's been great fun. She'll pick up the key from me at the station.
Oh, good girl.
Ah, and here's one from Jimmy.
God bless the Red Cross. Do you want to stay and read it with me?
I want to. But I'll have to save it for after work. Treat to look forward to. Bye, love.
Bye, love.
Oh, there you are.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, son. Be good.
Yeah. Mum.
Come on, be quick. What kept you?
Look at my pullover.
Well, you've had it 2 winters. Still, it'll keep your shoulders warm. I'll find something to pull back with. You know the one when I've got time. Come on, get on with your breakfast.
Oh, heck, rubber rags again.
September 1943. Powdered eggs. We all make jokes about them, but they help us do our bit against Hitler. Our rations may not look much to live on, but it does mean that everyone gets their fair share. It's good to see that the housewives of Britain can keep a family happy and healthy on 3 ounces of cheese and a shilling's worth of meat per person per week. Of course, we can still spend our points as we wish to bring a few luxuries into our diet. And if it's not rationed, you join the queues and hope there's still some left when it's your turn. Sorry, ladies, no tomatoes today. But don't give up. How about growing your own? The government's Dig for Victory campaign will put more food on the nation's table. We can get plenty of advice from the Ministry of Food about growing vegetables, and it seems everyone's having a go. In public parks and playing fields, young and old are trying their new skills. Even our soldiers, where they're not shooting down Jerry's, are digging in for victory.
Can you read it, love?
Of course I can. Oh, lucky thing. He says he's had raisins and chocolate out of the Red Cross parcel.
Oh, don't be mean. That's probably the nicest thing that's happened to him in months. It's not much fun in a prisoner of war camp, Edward.
What's this about mending his boots? I tried your idea, Dad. Found an old tyre lying around, and one of the IT guards said we could have it in exchange for a piece of soap.
So we cut the rubber to bits and boiled up the worn pieces for glue. What a smell. Cut the rest to shape and used thick parts for heels and thin parts for soles. Now they're good as new, but I sprained my rotten ankle playing football, so I can't wear them. The ITIs are quite friendly to us now. I even swapped a magazine and a picture of Patricia with one of them for an old walking stick. It's been hot enough not to need my blanket, so I made a sort of baggy jacket out of it for the winter. There's a load of rumours flying around that we're being moved. Tell Averill I've still got the mitten she knitted, but I could do with a pair of socks. I dream of Sunday dinner at home, with roast leg of lamb and peaches and cream to follow.
So do we all. Look, it's dated 3 weeks ago. We can read it all again for your dad, and then when Averill gets back, then Patricia can see it over the weekend. Come on, I want to call in on Mrs. Maitland at the canteen on our way. Off you go.
Oh, careful, dear. Mustn't tear the bag. Oh, yes. These will be very welcome for growing babies. And isn't young Neil getting to be a big boy now? Let's see if Mummy can find you something to wear that fits. Oh, try and for size, dear. Look for yourself. Hello, Edward. Good morning, dear. Getting into your stride?
Well, teaching's changed a lot since I left to get married. I used to have 20 girls in a class for needlework. Now it's 50 youngsters for everything. Oh, Edward, see if you can find a pullover while we're here. The shortages. Still, term's only just begun. I'll get used to it. Oh, I was wondering, can you lend me a black hat tomorrow for the funeral?
Oh, yes, poor Mr. Taylor. But Mrs. Taylor's been ill for so long.
He's been marvellous at looking after and running the shop as well.
What time will it be?
12 noon. Avril's coming back from camp early, so he won't have to close. Oh, we've had a letter from Jimmy.
How splendid. Oh, I'm glad. What does he have to say?
He thinks he might be moved. I bet that means to Germany.
Won't be easy moving prisoners, not after our boys have been bombing the European railways for months. Did you know Wings for Victory Week has raised £10,000 so far? Oh, a town the size of Bradley, but must be able to buy the Air Force a Spitfire at least.
That's wonderful. I must find a fancy dress costume for Edward. I thought of sticking old newspapers on him and letting him go as salvage. But there'll be dozens of children dressed as salvage. I'd like to be original. I've nothing but an old red frock to cut up. And strangely enough, he won't go as Red Riding Hood.
No, I won't.
Or a pillar box.
A pillar box. I shan't be able to see out.
Oh, we can put the slot for letters across your eyes.
Oh, Mum, Sammy Green's gang will keep posting things in them.
I may have something for you, Edward, even if it's only a bright idea.
Thanks. Come on, obstinate. You want the prize, don't you?
Not for being a pillar box.
Bye.
Goodbye.
God, the stench.
What's it there, mate? You might fall out. Hey! That's a thought. I bet we could get out of there.
What, now?
Why not? Shouldn't be difficult to get away from here.
Escape.
You want to go to Germany?
We'll get shot.
Depends on the guards. If they're Hitler's, maybe we will. If they're Mussolini's, they probably couldn't care less.
You can't walk.
I can. I've been kidding for a fortnight.
To what?
Just in case they took the stick off me. Look. The guards are going. Keep an eye out.
Right, now you've all done that. Numbers 1 to 10 down one side of the paper, turned over, and number 11 to 20 down the back. Right, number 1, spell Russia. Number 2, spell Czechoslovakia. It's not an easy word, is it? Number 3, spell Italy. Number 4, spell Yugoslavia.
Does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey take the whole long day? From morn to night, my friend.
High tide or Jerry's?
Jerry's.
Look, over the embankment, then we'd better split up.
Right.
Oh, dear. Never mind, Betty. Go and get a mop from the cloakroom. Oh, and while you're there, love, give the milk bottle tops a wipe. They'll make lovely wheels for modelling, or pom-poms. Now, who has baby brothers and sisters? Right, well, after dinner, we'll go through all the scraps of knitting wool we've collected and make some toys to hang on baby's pram. Now, all save your straws, children. They're bound to come in useful for something.
We're free. I ain't got a clue where we are, but we're free.
We're somewhere in Italy.
And so are the Allies, mate, waiting for us to join them.
When we can find them. Oh, well. Let's be on our way. Good luck, Chris.
Take care, mate.
So, if this is the south coast, what's this water called?
The sea, Mrs. Hodgkins?
I know it's the sea, but what's it called? Anne?
The English Channel?
That's right. And what's this country across the water? Nancy?
Germany, Mrs. Hodgkins?
No, not yet it isn't. We can't have that. Robert?
France?
That's better. Now, all these parts shaded in. Czechoslovakia, Poland, Belgium, Holland, Denmark, and even our own poor little Channel Islands, all overrun by Hitler's forces. But what's this one, like a long boot kicking a squash football? The enemy's retreating there now.
It's Italy, Mum, isn't it?
Well, I'd expect you to know that, Edward Hodgkins, if nothing else. Your brother's somewhere in Italy, isn't he? And not enough books, especially for geography, and all out of date. A lot are being sent for salvage to be pulped. With a bit of luck, we might know what shape the European countries are going to be by the time they've printed some more.
There. That's better for a funeral. I'll sew the trimmings on again before I go to the War Savings Committee meeting.
You always manage to look smart somehow. Look at me, teaching in socks.
You're the genius, my dear. Well, look at the way you've made this coat like a new one. Oh, I've brought the remains of my black fur. I wondered if Edward might consent to attend the fancy dress parade as a lucky black cat.
Oh, he might. Oh, that must be Avril. It's too early for Arthur. Is that you, love?
Oh, I expect she'll be worn out.
Oh, thanks, love. My word, you're looking well.
I've had a lovely time. Hello, Mrs. Maitland.
Hello, Avril.
It's convinced me of one thing, though. When I'm called up, I'm definitely joining the Women's Land Army. Is there any tea in the pot?
Yes, love. Sit down. I'll get you one.
Oh, Avril, the war will be over before they need girls your age.
What are we having to eat, Mum? I'm starving.
Walton pie, I'm afraid.
I could even eat that.
Oh, I've tried it, out of patriotism, but it's so tasteless. I crept down the road after blackout and put most of it in the pig bin.
Pane, acqua, per favore, sono inglese.
Why haven't you taken the bean poles down yet?
Hello, Bossy. Had a good time?
Marvellous. Harvesting was fun, but I didn't like scrubbing out pigsties much. How's Sally and Susan?
Oh, fine. You're brown.
That's dirt. We're never going to eat those rabbits, you know.
I hope not.
Those two will die of old age. We shouldn't have really given them names. Have you been tramping about in here? You know you're not allowed. Dad says it's mine.
Only looking for a trowel.
In the garage, you mutt. If it's too damp to sleep in here, it's too damp for tools. They'd go rusty and we couldn't buy any more. Oh, you've not trodden on my rhubarb.
You're what?
I'm forcing rhubarb in here to give it a good start. Look.
Wow. We sure need to eat Sally and Susan if you go on like this.
Not much of that left for the pigs. Are you sure you'll be all right looking after the shop on your own tomorrow?
Oh, yes. What have you unravelled my woolly for?
A pullover for Edward. You'd grown out of it.
You'll not like it yellow, won't Edward?
I've got some dark grey to mix in.
Couldn't you dye it?
Been a bit wary since I dyed his school cap.
That time he got caught in the rain.
Streaks all over his face and down his neck. Hey, you don't bear close inspection either, Avril. You can't have washed for days.
You're bound to get dirty at harvest camp.
Oh.
Is the water hot?
Yes, go and have a bath. And no more than 5 inches, remember. You're a terror for filling it above the line, you.
If you didn't come barging in, you wouldn't know. There's no privacy in this house. Anyway, I'm entitled to a good wallow after a week with only a damp floor.
Oh, get away with you.
Here, put this to soak when you've done. Take the kinks out.
How do we have such awful children, you and I? And how about Jimmy swapping a photograph of our Patricia for an old walking stick, eh?
She won't mind. There's a war on. We've done all right, Arthur. Funny, Avril grown up too and working. We've never had so much money coming into the house, what with my salary as well.
Nothing to spend it on, that's the snag. Before the war, we were too poor to afford luxuries. And now there's none in the shops to be bought.
Yeah, well, at least we can't squander what we've got. Hey, I know what Edward can be in the fancy dress.
The squander bug.
Aren't I evil, Mrs. Maitland?
Dreadfully evil, Edward, with all those German swastikas and that lock of hair hanging down just like Hitler's. Yes, just the sort of nasty little insect that persuades us to squander our money on things we don't really need.
I thought you'd like to see it before the parade, as it's mostly your old fur and Patricia's nursing stockings.
Much better than being a pillar box. How did you make his teeth?
I cut up an old celluloid collar of Arthur's.
You look splendid. Good luck, Edward. And if you win, don't drop the prize.
I'm evil, evil.
All right, don't let it go to your head.
Thank you. Yes, it is a sad loss, but I'm best being kept busy. Avril?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bond. I think I'll just check your week's ration. There's your bacon, sliced thin, your fats, and sugar. All right?
Yeah.
You know, I stopped taking sugar in my tea. Now what's happened? I've gone skinny and my clothes are falling off. There's no coupons left to replace them. Oh, well. There you are. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, your ration book. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Everyone's being very kind. Right then, I'm off. Are you sure you'll manage?
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
Do I look dignified? I expect there'll be a lot of folk at the funeral. She were very popular, my Amelia.
You look really smart.
Ah, well. I'll be glad to get out of these togs and into something old and comfortable. Oh, if anyone asks, there may be prunes and dried peas on points next week, and there's no custard creams left.
Oh, but I'm sure...
Oh, they're for Mrs. Brewster. They're put by. They're her favourites, and she missed them last time. Avril, you were saying you'd no clothing coupons.
Who has? I really need a new dress for the winter. At least 11 points. I've only got 6 left.
Remind me when I get back. Oh, good morning, Mrs. Maitland.
Mr. Taylor, I've been into the church and done the flowers.
Hi, thanks. Times like this, you realise how many friends you've got.
He looks after his registered customers. We must look after him. And now, dear, I'll have my provisions for next month. A pound of marmalade, I think. I'll go without jam. Oh, by the way, your squanderbug won first prize in the fancy dress.
Did he?
Yes, he's going to have it boiled for his tea.
Mum? Oh, well done you. Mum?
He won an egg and £2 in saving certificates, but he reckons nothing to those. Did you manage at the shop by yourself?
Yes. Mum?
Mr. Taylor all right, is he?
Yes, but Mum.
What is it? You're looking mighty pleased about something.
I'm a fine rich heiress. I've come into a fortune.
What on earth are you on about?
If you're very nice to me, I might share it with you and Tricia.
Oh, Mum, don't let it go hard.
Oh, it's all right. Come on, Avril, stop teasing.
I've inherited all Mrs. Taylor's clothing coupons. 15 months' worth. Not been spent with her being in bed a year and then in hospital. Mr. Taylor said he should have really handed them in. But he'd rather they were of some use. He said he felt sure as Amelia would have liked me to have them.
Oh, there must be 60 here, not used. Oh, and him with so much on his mind.
Mum, I'm sure 3 minutes is up.
Oh, and on the way home I saw some lovely material that'll make up into a frock.
Oh, the luck we have in this family. Careful.
Hey, little hen, when
You're going to share it with
will you lay me an egg for my tea? Hey, little hen, when will you try to supply one for me? Get into your nest, do your little best, get it off your chest, I can do the rest. Hey, little hen, when